I am doing good. How about you?
What, are you prepared for this? Are you ready?
I'm excited to see what happens today, man. $100 tournament. This is gonna be interesting for sure. So I'm excited to see what happens.
Me too. I mean, we have a lot of great players out there, and I'm really glad that like we're familiar with like most everybody. So I think that's gonna just like add so much more fun to this, cause
For sure.
yeah, I mean it's just like this huge community thing. So good to see everybody out there, and some people who like I haven't even really like seen play, but I like somewhat work with like behind the scenes a lot of the time. So I'm excited. Who are you most excited to see out there?
Ooh. And I don't know, cause like there's so many different people that are playing, and some of them I'm actually not even really familiar with. I don't know. This is all new to me, so I'm just here for the vibes, honestly, and just excited to see who takes home the $100, cause it's a lot of money, you know.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, we should be getting started soon. I mean, there's lots of predictions. So first off, I guess let's introduce the two players that we are starting. So we're gonna be in quarters, and then we're gonna go to semis, and then we're gonna do this grand finals cast together, right? But starting off the stream, we have Scrat. If you know him, you love him for the most part. Absolutely love him. We have Scrat, and then we have Smith. Do you know anything about these players here?
I know Scrat from mutual friends. I have no clue who Smith is, but again, I'm excited to learn who these players are and see how they play. So, yep.
Yes, most definitely. The patience. I'm wanting to see the patience coming from these players, because again, it's ones, you know, so you need it. You gotta keep your composure, and you know, it's really easy to kind of lose that mentality when you start going down. But I mean, as we talked about in like one of our previous casts, is like it can get typical to go down by a few points, you know, and it's actually not as bad as you think it is compared to if you were in like a 3v3 circuit, right? So hopefully they can keep it together and, you know, take a win.
Yeah. And then also just being competitive too, because again, $100 is on the line, so I think people are gonna definitely be, you know, trying at least, or at least I hope they are.
I hope, yeah.
But we will see though. We will see.
Alrighty, well let's get started. Let's get these players out on the field here. We got Smith and we got Scrat taking the field. 5 minutes on the clock, a best of 3. Ari, start us off with the kickoff.
Alrighty, so game 1, best of 3, Scrat versus Smith. Are we ready, guys? Alright, here we go. 5 minutes, and let's see what happens here. Alright, Smith, good kickoff here, and Smith hits it in. Wow! Not even 5 seconds into the game. First goal by Smith here. He gets a really solid kickoff and into the back of Scrat's net there. Really, really strong start for Smith here.
It is. Scrat's gonna have to turn things around here. So we got Scrat taking this kickoff now. He falls off to go get boost. It's a nice take of possession. He's got a good setup. Smith on defense sends it out. And we now have a turnaround. Let's see what Scrat does now that he has a chance on defense.
Wow. Yeah, Smith with the shot on goal here, and he hits it in. Wow. Smith, really, really strong start for him here. He takes it over Scrat and gets it into the net here. Really, really strong start for Smith here.
Most definitely. Not even a full 30 seconds in, but like we said, you know, can be typical, and game 1s are usually like, you know, the warm-up game. However, it is a best of 3, so you don't have as much time to like warm up and get into the game as you would if it was a best of 5, right? So Scrat's really got to start picking up now. We now have another shot on net. Scrat with the breakaway though. One last touch and it's in. There you have it.
There we go. What a shot by Scrat here. he just ends up taking possession, kind of plays it a little patiently, but he ends up getting it straight into Smith's goal here. Smith not quite there to save it, but we are 1-2 with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left. This is a close game so far, and I'm excited to see who ends up taking it all in this first game.
Most definitely, and it is that patience that we had talked about in the beginning of the stream, right? You know, you need the patience, you need to keep that mentality up, you know, you can't really let it get to you, and you just gotta battle it out until the end. And I'm excited to see the rest of just this game at number 1. I mean, now we're entering a nice volley state, Scrat with, you know, a full field reset off his own backboard, now making a run for the net. One flick and it's over.
Wow.
Smith gets in the way though, and we now have a turnaround. Scrat's got to hurry up and get back.
Yep. Smith with the shot there. Scrat not quite there to save that one, but Scrat kind of playing a little patiently as we've been talking about as the stream has gone on here. Smith kind of also playing patiently too, and he ends up taking the shot here. He hits it in. What a shot by Smith here. 1-3. Wow, really, really great shot by Smith here. He plays it super patiently. Scrat not quite there to save it as he kind of challenged a little too quickly on that, but there's still lots of room for Scrat to maybe take this one home here with 3 minutes and 22 seconds left. Let's see what ends up happening. Oh,
another one. Just as you say that, yep. It's like, watch this.
Yep.
Ooh, all right. 3-goal deficit. That's not too bad, right? When we talk about these gaps that can happen, 3 isn't the worst of the worst here. There's still time for Scrat to turn things around. I mean, he's put it in the net once. I'm sure he can do it again. As Smith does take this kickoff. We got Scrat now not taking the corner boost. He takes the 50. It's a risky play there, honestly.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
thankfully, Smith does go back to midfield. Scrat is now in line for defense off the backboard. He does get the save off the crossbar, and Smith now has to reset again.
Wow, yeah, Scrat taking it right over Smith into that back corner there. Scrat takes the shot there. What a goal by Scrat. It is 2-4. What a play, Scrat. That was really, really good. Yeah, lots of back and forth between these two players happening here, and it's only game 1, which I like what I'm seeing. I like this. I like the close game. I like how it's only 2 away from each other. So keep it up, guys. Definitely keep it close. I like it. You know?
Right? It builds the intensity, keeps us on the edge of our seats, so we love it. But yeah, I mean, this is part of that patience, is like going with that volley state, right? Like not trying to make any sudden move. And Scrat's playing really, really well. I think, you know, we've seen it before where, you know, some players need to like have it fast. They need to like just get these like kickoff goals and really set the momentum. But as I'm talking about that, we have a nice 50 for Smith as he goes up in the air and won that last touch straight into the net, bringing us back to a 3-goal deficit. But patience is key. We've seen it. Scrat, you know, just kind of waits for the right opportunity, and once he finds them, you know, he runs with it. It's pretty great. He waits for this huge opening from Smith, but there's another one for Smith.
Nice, Smith. Wow, 2-6 here. Smith takes it to that corner over there and just waits for it to bounce just right for him to hit it into the net here. What a shot by Smith. We have 2-6 with 2 minutes and 16 seconds left. This is a lot of back and forth that's happening, like I said. I think Scrat can definitely, hopefully maybe tie it in 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Maybe a tie could happen. It's just you got to play it patiently, wait for the right moment, and take those shots, you know? And as I said that, Scrat scores 3-6. He's slowly closing that gap, but let's see if we can actually tie this game and take it into overtime potentially.
I feel like you might be Strat's lucky charm here. It's like only when you're casting and talking, he is scoring. So, you know, maybe I'll just have to let you cast for the next, like, 3 minutes until he can catch up a little bit. But and again, as I say that, Smith with another one.
Wow, yep. 3-7. Another great shot by Smith here. Gets that ground control there into the net. Scrat not really quite there to save it, but like I said, I think Scrat can come back. I really do think he can. I mean, like I said, there's a lot back and forth happening, and it's just a matter of playing smart and knowing when to go for the shot and when not to go for it.
Yeah, most definitely. Nice little touch off into that corner. Smith, can he capitalize? He doesn't have the angle here. He's got to set it up. And as I say that, he's going to be going back to his own side of the field. Full field reset, going with the air dribble here. And he get it. There's the reset, the second touch. Great save by Strat. He moves out from his corner. Gonna try and figure it out.
Yep, Scrat playing a little patiently, takes possession of it, hits it into that corner here. Smith kind of, you know, taking it up in the air and gets it right over Scrat. 3-8. We are now at a 5-goal deficit between these two with 1 minute and 16 seconds left. This is definitely an interesting game one, you know? I figured there would be more goals between these two, but again, it's only game one, so it's going to probably be a little bit slower with goals, but as the night goes on, I'm sure we're going to see a lot higher numbers between the players.
Yeah, baby. I mean, whew, what a mistake. Okay, what a shot. Off the crossbar. Scrap once again running away with. We have 1 minute left. We have 12 goals on the scoreboard, right? I mean, still a 4-goal deficit, 4-8, but still, I mean, they're slowly racking up here. Yeah.
What a shot here by Smith. Just gets it into that open net there. Scrat not quite there to save it, but again, 4-8, 1 minute left on the clock here. A really solid kickoff by Scrat here. And Scrat's gonna just take it into the goal. Wow, he is slowly closing that gap. And I figured that was gonna end up happening with the competition like this, you know. But again, I think he can come back. 52 seconds left. I really do think a comeback can happen here. And I want to see that happen, so.
He's finding his momentum for sure. I mean, this is the most we've seen back to back. Scrat really taking over. I wonder if maybe he's like finally feeling that pressure, and that's kind of what's motivating him here. I mean, it'd be an interesting concept, and I think it would definitely like build a lot of momentum and like just gameplay here, because it's like, okay, if we know that that's a fact, then we're just gonna be waiting till the end of the game to see not only like how many Scrat has to put in the net, but if he can do it. And I mean, they're not intense volley here, a back and forth just outside this net. Scrat couldn't land that open net, unfortunately, and we're running out of time.
Yup. Scrat kind of making some moves here. He's taking possession, and Smith kind of there trying to read what he does next. But with 3 seconds left, it's an interesting game, first game here. Wow. Smith, the winner of our game one. Wow. What a really great start to the night here.
I said definitely a great start indeed. We do have our winner, and again, this is a best of 3, so we're on game point. If Smith takes game 2, then we're gonna be moving on to our next match. So we're gonna have to see if Scrat can take the lead, hold it, you know, something, or you know, like kind of underdog it. We love an underdog story, am I right?
We do. We love a comeback, honestly. I mean, comeback stories are usually the best. But I think with this game, a lot of it is just your mental. Your mental has to be there for this game, especially with ones. If your mental's not there, you're not going to play as well as you think you want to, you know?
That's definitely. And especially in like the higher rank, you know, lobbies and things like that, you know, because it's just, I don't want to say it's more mechanical, but I want to kind of say patience is kind of a mechanic in ones, you know, the higher that you go up. So it's lots of volley back and forth, knowing when to 50, when to challenge, when to not. You know, I think that's the best way to describe patience as a mechanic here.
Honestly, patience is the way to go with these ones games, especially between these two players, and really any high-ranked players. You have to play it smart. You gotta know when to make the shot, or when to take the shot, and when not to, honestly.
Yeah, most definitely. Alrighty, game number 2. We're already at 15, about 20 seconds in now. No goals on the board. That's some good news. Okay, Scrat's holding off Smith. No kickoff goals, but we do have a 50 goal.
Wow. Yeah, look at that. Smith takes it off the wall. Scrat right there tries to challenge it, but doesn't quite get the touch on that as Smith scores it. Really strong start for Smith here for game number 2. 4 minutes and 35 seconds left. And a really solid kickoff here. Again, Scrat kind of has to play it patiently like we've been talking about, you know? Knowing when to take the shot, when not to take the shot, reading what Smith does, and acting accordingly.
Ooh, nice save. Easy save for him. Yep. Great challenge by Smith as he steals possession here. Nice little bounce. We do have another 50. It does not pinch in Scrat's favor. It's just outside the net. Can Scrat get this angle? Can he get this setup for himself? Scrat falling back on defense, waiting on that backward, which we've seen him do. Smith falls off the ball. Scrat has an opportunity, but Smith is able to get back and take that corner boost. Scrat is left up on offense with nothing. That's going to force him back and give Smith some room here.
Yep. Scrat trying to read what Smith does here. Smith playing really smart with Scrat getting the bump on Smith there. Smith is going to take that to his corner over here. Scrat kind of waiting patiently as he takes the shot. Doesn't quite get in as it bounces off, but a really good attempt by Scrat here. It seems like they're playing a lot slower for this game. Seems like they're just kind of waiting to see what the other person does, which isn't a bad thing.
No.
It's all about playing smart with ones especially.
Exactly. See, like, that's why I love, like, game 1s, we might see a lot to score on, right? Another 50 goal. Wow. As I was saying, though, we might see a lot of, like, goals in the first one, but then you kind of see it even out later in this series, so I'm glad to see that. But we have another 50 by Scrat trying to get in the way. A great shot by Smith. He goes over and sinks it in the net, giving us a 2-goal. Still got 3 minutes, 11 seconds on the clock. And this one goes in Scrat's favor. Can he get it? Yes. He does!
What a shot by Scrat here with a really solid kickoff going in Scrat's favor as it bounces off that corner over there, and Scrat taking that shot right at the perfect moment and gets it in. 1-2 with 3 minutes and 6 seconds left. Can Scrat make a comeback? I think he can. Honestly, I would love to see a comeback story for him, honestly. Not saying that Smith can't do it either, but I love to see a good comeback story for players in
Can we get a full series for our first round?
Yeah. Yeah. Alright,
Unfortunately,
Smith. Smith taking that off the wall there. He's gonna take the shot. What a save by Scrat here. Really solid job here. Scrat kind of playing a little bit patiently. There's a lot of back and forth happening on the field right now. It seems like we've been saying earlier, that they're finding their momentum, trying to figure out what the other person's going to do next, which is really nice to see.
Ooh, that one was scary. I thought it was just the own goal. Oh my goodness. But yeah, no, Scrat does seem a lot more calculated. I mean, we've seen him try to, you know, counter Smith in game number 1, but, you know, game 2 comes around and we see, or, you know, earlier we saw that corner where Scrat was really trying to read the back and forth from Smith. It seems he's got a lot better of a read on him, and, you know, he's really able to, like, shut him down. Or Smith is also playing differently as well, and he's not as in control, I want to say. We've seen him fall off the ball in quite a few times.
Right. It seems like he's losing possession a lot more. That's what I'm seeing, at least. And Scrat's kind of taking more possession, taking more ground control, it seems like, and being a lot more calculated, like we've been talking about as well. And I think if he does it right, he could end up taking this thing, you know? It's just a matter of playing it smart and being calculated with what you do.
Yeah, most definitely. Look at Smith with another challenge. Right there, he's able to take possession off that 50, and I mean, he's really been winning a lot of these 50s, so I see a lot more control from him. Scrap with a great one off the crossbar, it's still not in. Oh my goodness, he's right on the brink of tying this game up. We have 60 seconds left, and we have a 1-goal deficit.
Yeah, a lot slower this game, like I said. Only 1-2 for a 1v1. I figured there'd be more goals on the board, like I've said earlier, but lots of back and forth happening here. Lots of challenges, lots of 50s. Wow, another great attempt by Smith there, but doesn't quite get it in. Scrat takes the shot and gets it in and ties it. What a goal here. It's 2-2, 36 seconds left. I think a comeback story is in the brewing here, y'all. I think Scrat's about to make the comeback that we were all waiting for. But again,
are we gonna see an overtime? Is the question here.
So honestly, it seems like Scrat's gaining that like confidence. It seems like he's reaching that close. Oh my goodness! And right when I said that, Smith takes the goal here, right from that close to the corner there, just gets it right in. 2-3. Again, I think it can be tied. Honestly, I think he can do it.
There's still time, you're right. There is still time. It just takes Scrat a little bit longer, but he does take this kickoff. Smith does head back. He doesn't even go for boots. We love that. Ball over boost right there. Scrat left with nothing. Has possession for a second, but no boost to get back. We have 15 seconds. Smith in charge. Can Scrat get the steal here? He does. It's popped up. He has the boost. Smith does it. Can he get it? No!
So close by Scrat there. Smith is going to attempt to go for another one here. He doesn't quite get in, as Scrat's right there to save it. What a great second game between Smith and Scrat. Really, really well done between these two. That was awesome. Oh, looks like Scrat left.
Well, that is a game, and we will see Smith again in the semifinals.
Yep.
We now have to head into our next match. So, I mean, what are your thoughts? The full breakdown of this series here.
Wow. Honestly, it was really, really solid match between Smith and Scrat. I mean, there was a lot of like back and forth between these two, which was really fun to see. I could tell Scrat was trying to like strategize in his mind what he was going to do next and trying to figure out what Smith was going to do. But it seemed like he waited too long at certain points and didn't quite take the shot when he should have. But he did play really well, and Smith also played really well. But again, it's all about patience, you know, and it's all about playing smart.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, it's just a lot of them were just Scrat not able to get that last touch. He had so many opportunities to tie up that game, right? And so he missed out on the opportunity. That could have been a lot closer of a game. He could have had more time to, you know, try and score that like rebound one, since Smith did score a third one. He would have had a lot more time had he tied up the game sooner, but unfortunately he wasn't able to. And with that, we are heading to our next series, so hang tight, you guys. We're gonna go on a quick break to get the next player, or the next lobby, and the next few players ready and on the field for you. So go refresh real quick, and we will be right back.
Come and find me. Yeah.